See, let's get it, bro. So I've been living in Sweden for more than 3 years, and I've been dating different type of people and different type of girls and women, and I had more than the ones I want to admit failed dating situations and failed relationships in the past, that I want to share with you things that I did wrong especially in my last relationship, and what I should do and what you should do in case you find in a similar situation in order to avoid those pitfalls that can fuck you up. So let's get started. The first one, and some people might not agree because maybe it's working for them, but in my opinion, moving to her place is not a good idea. And why I'm saying that, because I think and I believe it's much better that you move to a place which is a new place for both, maybe a new neighborhood, you know, that you've never been, or maybe you've been looking around in the same city and looking for a good place to live together, like a new neighborhood, but you are not moving to and that the apartment is from one of those, you know, it's a new place, a new location in the city, and therefore it's much better because it's new for both, and you're not going to the comfort zone or the comfort place of that person. Because if you move to her place, you know, it's gonna be like a new neighborhood for you, but not for her. So she's gonna be more like at home kind of, and you're gonna be the only one feeling more which is something that is new, while for her it's not gonna be like that. So therefore I believe it's much better to move to a place which is new for both. And therefore also, if you move to her place, you know, where the contract is in her name, you're kind of giving her a lot of power to decide either if you live in that place or not, while if you move together to the same place and then you sign the contract from the renting, for example, or if you buy an apartment together, also that's an option, then the place, it's on both names, you know, so it's you're not all the time giving her the power on deciding either if you're gonna live there or not, or either if you can change some stuff from the home. Obviously you always go into agreements and get to agreements with people, but you, by moving to a new place which is at the name, the contract is at the name of both, for example, or you move together in the same place, you know, she moved her stuff, you move your stuff to a new place, it's gonna be much more equilibrated. And you know, the balance thing that I always talk about is gonna be more equilibrated in that situation. The second is moving in together so fast, and by so fast I mean within 2, 3, 5, 4 months, you know, that's a time that I think it's not enough. I mean, at least I would wait 6 to 9 months. And I mean, I understand maybe you're working on different stuff, you have different jobs, you're really busy, you're doing YouTube, you're doing whatever stuff, you're doing a side hustle, you're really busy at the moment, you're going to the gym every day. So even that you need focus, you know, even that you need, you know, you want to be okay dating just one person because, I don't know, maybe you feel it's better than just dating and wasting time in seeing different people and then just decide, okay, I'm gonna focus in that person. Even if you think that, you know, you need to give also to the girl some time, because normally girls tend to have or need a little bit more of time to decide stuff, important stuff such as moving in together with you, for example, or with someone, then it's much better that you give her the time for that. So instead of doing everything super fast, you know, and moving to her apartment or to a new place together, you know, without really knowing, without having taken the time to meet her, to know her, what are her values, what are her passions, or what she likes and enjoys doing, what's her lifestyle at the end of the day, similar lifestyles, then whenever you have cleared that, leave and give her the power of deciding if she wants to move in with you. Don't force stuff, you know, because it's gonna really fucked up. And then especially it's gonna be a hassle for you to move all your stuff, even that maybe she's not 100% sure, but still you move all your stuff together with her, and then it's gonna be a hassle if you need to go back to your single apartment, or to your single flat, or to your single whatever. So therefore it's much better to leave the girl the power of deciding either if she wants to go and live together with you or not, and then you just move on and meeting someone else. But this is key, because whenever she makes that conscious decision on either moving in with you or not, this really means that she's bought into the relationship, and therefore everything is gonna be better in the future, you know. So that's something super important, and you have to keep in mind. I mean, I do have to keep in mind, talking for myself obviously, but also for you. You find this interesting and useful. The third one is being not busy but extremely busy, and that means that you're continuously working on different stuff and working on different hustles, side hustles, or working on your 9 to 5. Obviously, even if it's a 9 to 5, but maybe you end up doing more time and more hours on that job instead of, I don't know, spending time with her or like quality time with that person. And this is really, really important, you know, because maybe the girl demands a lot of attention and a lot of time that you need to put her a lot of time. And this is obviously you need a lot of time for you, for everything, whatever you're doing, you know, like doing your sports, like play kids, for example, you're playing water polo and then you need to go to matches, or you need to go to like training sessions, and she cannot because she's not in the same team as you. Or maybe you're doing YouTube or a side hustle, you know, like creating your own platform for selling courses or whatever thing you're doing. If you need time for that and she is not okay with that, and therefore you don't make enough time for her such that she's like happy, and at the end of the day that she doesn't understand that you're busy and you need time for doing this, that and that whole thing. If she doesn't understand that, then it's really important to let the girl know that, okay, I'm doing all this stuff, you know, like just give me time, but don't worry because I'm making time every week for you to hang out, to have at least one date every week, I don't know, like a dinner on Friday. And therefore the girl is going to be really much valued on the relationship. And also especially with some time every day, you know, like I don't know, you shower together or you go to the gym together, for example, and you train out together for like, I don't know, 1 hour, you know, every day. But if you don't have a similar lifestyle and maybe you're like all the time outside of home and she's all the time at home, you know, these kind of situations, you know, it's better to just find someone that has a similar lifestyle. The fourth one is moving to her neighborhood. And again, this comes again to the idea that, okay, you should not move to where she lives. You should not move to her place. Is much better to find a bigger apartment, maybe because maybe she's like living in a small apartment, you know, and you two, or maybe you're like just living in a small house, or like in renting a room on a flat, or renting a room on a house, for example. And in these situations, it's much better that you find a common place. Maybe, yeah, I mean, it can be in the same neighborhood, but at the same time that she's feeling stuff that is new, you know, you're new on her life, you're new on the relationship, she's having a new relationship, you as well, obviously. You need to understand that the person also needs some new stuff, and therefore if you move to her neighborhood, everything is going to be kind of like the same thing, and then the emotions that she's gonna feel when it comes to this are gonna be lower than in the case that you move together to another location that, okay, is in the same city, so it's still she's close to work or she's close to wherever things she's doing, and you as well, but it's gonna be new. And that's the point of this point. The fifth is thinking that she's doing better than you and you're like doing worse than her, but that actually is not like that, but it's just because of the reason that you're living under a little bit under your possibilities and she's not, you know, because maybe you're saving a lot of money on like putting it into an investment, or like for buying a huge house, or for starting a new side hustle, or for also or even for your business, you know. So you want to be really cautious and really like thinking, okay, like with a business and growth mindset that tells you that, okay, I should not spend a lot of money on here because then everything I'm gonna feel is really expensive, you know, and I don't want to feel everything is expensive. And if tomorrow I want to go to a concert in the Netherlands, you know, I have the possibility to do that because I have financial education and financial intelligence and I'm not stupid. So therefore it's much better that obviously that she understands that and that you understand that. And obviously maybe she lives better in a better place than you, but maybe she's just saving and investing 1/5 of what you're investing, or 1/10 of what you're investing. So therefore it's really important to understand that and not obviously not put the girl into a pedestal when it comes to that. The sixth is giving her the full power on everything. And therefore we come again into the same situation that if you're looking for a relationship, like a long-term relationship, and also like come up to a partnership and maybe even get engaged and married at some point in life, and you want to find your soulmate or your person that you want to spend time with, you know, and not date around and fuck around with different people and not focus on a single thing, you know, not focus on a single business, not focus on a single job, or not focusing on the single exercises on the gym. Therefore it's important to be like, you know, conscious about that situation. And if you see that the girl is not on the labor kind of, as we say it in Spain, she's not like no está por la labor, then in that situation it's much better that you just move on with meeting someone that is more similar to you, obviously, in order to establish a more equilibrated relationship with that person. And then again, the same concept comes when it comes to the balance and finding a more balanced relationship where you can have also the power of deciding either if you want to start that business, or either if she doesn't respect you, obviously, to just leave her, for example, or that if you start seeing that is she's starting to become like toxic and grumpy all the time, you know, and she's not making the effort and putting the effort of having a healthy relationship with you while you are having a good and healthy relationship with that person. You're not putting the effort, you just need to have the power to walk away and leave that person and then find someone really meaningful and with who you're gonna have a healthy relationship and trustful relationship with that person for the future. The seventh is accepting all her requests, and this is something that I've also talked in other videos, and the key idea is that you should be able to say no to things that you don't want to say. If you don't want to go out with her, like partying to some random place or like to do stuff, never put the girl in a pedestal, and never ever do something that you don't want to do. Like, okay, you can make sacrifices with that person because you love that person and you want to be with that person, but there's some common ground and common understanding that if you don't want to do something, don't do it. You know, don't force and don't give all the power, obviously, as well to your partner, and all the power of deciding stuff and like saying yes, of course, yeah, we can do that, like deciding everything, that she decides everything and you say yes to all the requests. That's the pitfall, and like that's really fucked up in case you start doing that, because then from the moment you start doing that, then the relationship is not gonna be good, and then you're gonna end up, you know, you're not kind of like setting the boundaries and how you want the relationship to be, with obviously doing some sacrifices, because that's important also in relationships, but you're not doing it, and then therefore it's not gonna be good. The eighth is not bringing her new experiences, and obviously you can meet a girl that she's been traveling a lot to a lot of countries, you know, in her past, because I don't know, maybe she comes from a wealthy family, or she had the money to do that, or she had the time to do that with other friends. And even if she's been in all the countries of the world, she's been in the Maldives, she's been in all Asia, she's been in all Africa, you know, there's always something that is going to be new for her, and you need to find that stuff that she has not been doing. For example, doing bungee jumping, or doing skydiving, or having a 300 euros dinner in a super exclusive place of Barcelona or wherever city, or Dubai or wherever city. That's going to be something new for her, and therefore if it's going to be something new for her, she's going to be happy on doing that with you, because you're bringing her new experiences. And if she's really interested in you and you bring that something new, even that again she's been doing and traveling a lot, like, I mean, to be honest, you should not care a lot if she's been traveling a lot in the past and wow, she's been in a lot of places, a lot of countries, you know, like you shouldn't give a fuck about that. You just think about bringing her new experiences and something that she has never done, and maybe you've done it, or maybe you haven't done it yet and you want to do that with that person. And the last one is not integrating her in business, for example, or in doing stuff together. For example, you go to the gym, like if you go together to the gym, the good it will be maybe that you do some training together, you know, like not just like her stuff and your stuff, but maybe something together, you know, and then you see that you're like a team and you're teaming up in some stuff that you do together, like through the daily life, like Monday to Friday. And a good example for that is also cooking together. Even if you don't enjoy cooking, you need to find time to do activities together and to team up. Something super important, something definitely extremely important. And also, obviously, you need to find the time to, for example, in case you're starting a business, that you do some stuff and she does some stuff, but it's important to integrate your partner and the person in common activities. It's with the business that she does, I don't know, the ads, and you do the packing, or you do, I don't know, the website, because you're good designing a website. Or if you go to the gym, you know, you're good doing some like push-ups, you know, then you show the girl the push-ups, and then maybe she's good in something else. Then maybe even she can teach you some stuff that she's good at. Definitely integrating the person in something, and something that you're doing in your daily life, it's also important, and it's gonna bring a lot of good and healthy moments in your life with that person. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's been a quite long video, this one, but I like to talk about this stuff, and I believe I bring value to this platform and on this channel. Yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe here to hear me talking in case you haven't done that yet, because I upload 2 videos every week, you know. They're in English. I know at some point this might change to Spanish, quizá, pero pondré subtítulos. You know, I'm gonna write subtitles at some point. But I enjoy doing it in English, you know, especially because I live in Sweden. And therefore a lot of people I communicate with them in English and not in Spanish. And here, up here, to see my last upload on the channel, which was last week, also on this channel and in Stockholm. So as always, thanks so much, and remember to stay always friendly.